Sick of talking about myself. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to see Jon Jones is retired. Okay. He does not want to fight me. So we wish Jon all the best in the future, of course, but we want this heavyweight division active. We want to give these contenders a chance to fight. We want to have a defending champion, don't we? Why is this division so stagnant all the time? Let's make the heavyweight division great again. Let's have an active defending UFC heavyweight champion. And let's move on. So I'm ready to fight. I want to get 2 fights in before the end of the year. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So we finally have some movement. Jon's had a great career. We respect him. We know what he's done. Jon told us 50 million times he's the greatest of all time. All right. Have a good life. He's living his best life out there. And we move on.
Feels like you're training for something, but obviously it don't seem like you can, get the guy to fight. Tom, we're getting straight to it. I mean, what are we waiting for? It sounds to me, recently I saw an interview where it said you and Jon are aligned and you guys have decided together to allow for the UFC to tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
No, man, Jon's retired. What are you talking about, guys?
What do you mean?
Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that.
No, me too, actually. Me too. But the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career. We all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Us guys have been waiting around too long. The contenders are getting sick of it. Everybody's getting sick of it. Even the fans are getting sick of this stuff. So Jon's retired and it's time that we move on.
This is the greatest promo I've ever heard. He just announced his nemesis' retirement. And to add to it, Daniel, he wished.
Tom Aspinall has issued a strong warning to Jon Jones amid growing uncertainty over the UFC heavyweight title. After holding the interim belt for over 550 days, the longest reign in UFC history, Aspinall has had enough. In a shocking statement, the British heavyweight declared himself the undisputed champion, suggesting Jon Jones is effectively retired. The announcement has sparked intense debate among fans and further clouded the future of the heavyweight division.
Retired? What are you talking about, guys? Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that.
No, me too, actually. Me too. But the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career. We all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Us guys have been waiting around too long. The contenders are getting sick of it. Everybody's getting sick of it. Even the fans are getting sick of this stuff. So Jon's retired and it's time that we move.
Is this psychological warfare, or has Tom Aspinall truly given up on the biggest fight in heavyweight history? Tonight, we break down everything you need to know about this developing story, analyze its impact on the division, and explore whether it could pressure the UFC into finally making a decision.
It looks like this is a done deal, ladies and gentlemen. That is correct, okay? We know the history. We know Jon Jones has been doing anything but accepting the fight. He's been living his best life. He's been out in Thailand. He's been riding around on motorbikes, sniffing people's hairs, having a good old time, drinking beers, enjoying himself, enjoying the fruits of his labor.
Are you intoxicated?
But not accepting the fight with Tom. The petition to have him stripped is at almost 150,000 signatures, something like that. It's crazy. The appetite for this fight is through the absolute goddamn roof. The disrespect on Jon Jones, that's gone through the roof as well. A lot of people defended him at the beginning, saying, well, he doesn't really need to fight him. But it seems the tide has turned. People are fed up. It's time to put up and shut up, defend or vacate. And guess what? It seems like Jon Jones might have been talking shit and playing us all for fools this entire time, because he was just at a seminar in Thailand, Bangtao, world famous gym, and he gave one hell of an announcement.
When are you fighting Tom?
I was waiting for it. When are you fighting Tom, mate? Governor? the UFC and Tom, we all got a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. They're one of the biggest organizations in sports, and right now Tom and I have agreed to wait for the UFC to make their.
Stay tuned as we dive into the drama electrifying the MMA universe. It all started with a statement that instantly ignited headlines. During his appearance on the Good Guy, Bad Guy podcast with Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen, Tom Aspinall lobbed a verbal grenade. "Jon's retired. What are you talking about?" "Do you even follow him on social media?" Aspinall declared. "The guy is living his best life after a phenomenal career. We know Jon is a man of faith, so God bless him in whatever comes next. As for us, we move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world." With those words, Aspinall shifted the heavyweight conversation and forced everyone to reassess the division's future trajectory. Analysts and fighters were stunned.
You're training for something, but obviously it don't seem like you can, get the guy to fight. Tom, we're getting straight to it. I mean, what are we waiting for? It sounds to me, recently I saw an interview where it said you and Jon are aligned, and you guys have decided together to allow for the UFC to tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
No, man, Jon's retired. What are you talking about, guys?
What do you mean?
Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that.
No, me too, actually. Me too. But the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career. We all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Us guys have been waiting around too long. The contenders are getting sick of it. Everybody's getting sick of it. Even the fans are getting sick of this stuff. So Jon's retired, and it's time that we move on.
This is the greatest promo I've ever heard. He just announced his nemesis's retirement. And to add to it, Daniel, he wished him well.
Don't know where you stand. Dana said it's the biggest fight in UFC history now. So
yeah, I've had enough talking about it, mate. I'm honestly bored of it. We'll see what happens. We'll just see. I'm ready to fight whenever they tell me. So just let me know. I'll be there.
everyone thinks you're a bit of like a quintessential good guy. Could we see a heel turn at some point in the MMA world?
We might do. Who knows? Who knows?
No, everybody else is scared to fight. You got Volkov there, you got Cyril Gane there, you've got Almeida there, you've got some other guys under those guys, and nobody wants to make the next move. The division is just completely stuck. And I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys, I'm sick of this division. Waiting for one fight. I'm not trying to fight one guy. I'm trying to fight all the guys. I'm trying to be the guy at heavyweight who takes out everybody. And it doesn't matter who it is. Cyril Gane, Volkov rematch, Almeida, Derek Lewis, Brock Lesnar, whoever it is, I don't care.
Gane is maybe next opponent for you?
Well, he can fight Almeida first because he refused the fight with me. So now, before he jumps back in and waits for his shot, he can fight Almeida. Them guys can fight and the winner can fight me. Yeah, I'm not a bully. Do you know what I mean? If he doesn't want the fight, I'm not going to try and force it on him. I wanted to go in the cage. The UFC didn't want me to go in the cage. If he wants the fight, it's here. If he doesn't want the fight, we'll see. I know that I'm a bad matchup for
interim champion.
Yeah, it's a lot of that is bull, isn't it? That is not something that I wanted. No, it's not something that I'm not that proud of that one, to be honest. The interim title's nice, but the longest reigning one, I obviously wanted to contend for the undisputed in the time that I've been interim. So
it's coming.
It's coming. The UFC is about one guy being the champion of each division. I defended the interim once already. It's almost unheard of. That it's unprecedented. I thought it was silly the first time, to be honest. The reason that I did it, the first time I fought Curtis Blades, it went down as a loss. I got injured. The worst moment of my career, one of the worst moments of my life. I wanted to redeem myself and get the legit victory against Curtis Blades because it was unfinished business. Like, that was hurting my ego, and I wanted to prove that I was better than Blades, which I did in the rematch, and I defended the interim. Something else, that particular fight was in Manchester, in my hometown. I wanted to fight in my hometown. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that again in front of a sold out, brand new Co-op Live arena in Manchester, England. I don't know if I'm ever going to have the opportunity to do that again. So for them two reasons, that's why I defended the interim. I'm not doing it again. Like, I've cleared out the rest of the division, undisputed, and that's it. I deserve a shot at being known as the best heavyweight walking around on planet Earth. It doesn't matter on the...
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring the McQueen in the KK. You know, stay with some bad baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang.
And we'll speak to you probably for the remaining of the year. Jones versus Aspinall, is that sort of the big priority, and you think that's the biggest fight the promotion can put on in 2025?
100%. And I think it's probably the biggest fight in heavyweight history, and it's a massive fight in the history of the company too.
Would you say? Would you guarantee 100% we see that fight?
Yeah, I'll say 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's taking to fight me, and that is where we're at. Like, the UFC tell me, they assure me that they are doing everything they can to make this fight. So it's totally, as far as I'm aware, this is now totally down to Jon Jones and his team to work that out. And I'm literally just waiting for a date. But what's holding it back is the UFC want to make the fight with me and Jon. And as far as I'm aware, it's now about, I don't know, maybe financial or otherwise. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but I'm just waiting for the call right now. So remember what I said quite a while ago now? I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting him. That's something that I said. And Jon, let's do it. If you want to do it, you don't have to ask me twice. If not, I'll fight somebody else for the undisputed belt. Happy to fight anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Paul tweeted that he thinks you should be careful what you wish for, and he'll see you in Paris. How do you think you match up against Cyril?
I better be careful, apparently. Yeah. I think I match up pretty well against him. I think I'm equally as fast as him. I move equally as well. The difference is I can grapple. I've got a lot of power. And I think that's pretty undeniable at this stage of my career. I've got a lot of knockouts on my record, mate. I have to touch you once, and I wasn't even throwing heavy tonight. I thought it was going to be a 5-rounder. I didn't mean to knock him out. I was pretty sure that was going to be a 5-round fight tonight, and just takes one shot, mate, at heavyweight especially.